Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. For those of y'all that have never been to, for those of y'all that have not ever seen one of my videos. If you ever been to one of my videos, it's a whole function, okay? This video is for the Libras, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising. Happy birthday to the Libras. Happy birthday, Grammy. Happy birthday, Natasha. If you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your Moon and or Rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box. It is October, so before I get into your cards, go on and watch the October Pick a Card Tarot Forecast as well. Those are messages for the month, general. We started October with the Aries full moon. I have the Aries full moon video up as well. We have half of the month underneath the Virgo lunar cycle and half of the month underneath your lunar cycle. So Virgo and Libra new moon videos are relevant during October. What else is popping? Last Mercury retrograde of the year, and we have Mars retrograde happening right now. So I have a retrograde playlist with information on all of the retrogrades and how to get your lives together while they are happening. Link down below as well. And with that being said, because I know we be going through it, I have a sale going on my retrograde readings. They're usually $40. They're on sale for $20 for the month of October. So if you're interested, just check out my Etsy shop. Also linked down below in the description box. Y'all ain't even got to do any work. Just click some buttons, okay? Support Black businesses. Support Black woman-owned businesses. All right? So let's get into your spread, Libra. Typical 4-card spread, looking at the overall energy for you. Any challenges or obstacles that might be am I that excited to talk to y'all? Any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during the month of October. And because we're dealing with your energy for most of the month, we're going to be looking at where you need to find or bring in some balance, okay? And as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. Now we're going to get into it. Let's get into it. First card that you guys have coming up in your spread is Clean It Up. And I mean, that makes sense to me. You're stepping into your new chapter. You're stepping into your new rotation around the sun, Libra. You're having birthdays. You're starting fresh, starting anew. And it makes sense that sometimes there's a little bit of residual left over that you carry into your new chapter that you might not necessarily have wanted to bring over into your new chapter. This card popping up here says, Libra, you're going into a new year, and this year you want it to be different. And listen, I'm not a Libra. I don't really know what that means, but that is what the message is. This year you want it to be different than the last. And it doesn't mean that you have a bad rotation around the sun this last go around. This is just saying, like, there are things that you probably had the notion to clean up, so to speak, before you went into that rotation, and they're still lingering, they're still hanging around there. You still got that energetic debris popping up for you. This time around, as you go into your new year, the message is, hey Libra, guess what? You're coming into a new space, you're coming into a new chapter, and this one is hella different from anything that you've ever experienced before. You don't need to bring that baggage, you don't need to bring that energetic debris, you don't need to bring the leftovers. Listen, it's new meals, new on-courses coming up here. It's going to be a new table for you to sit at. It's going to be a new experience for you to have. It's going to be something new coming in for you, something positive, something abundant, but you can't get to it, you can't experience it in its entirety if you don't clean it up. Okay, you've got, I start fumbling over my words when there are messages that Spirit wants me to give to you guys. I was seeing scissors and getting the message, cut the cords. So that could be to people, that could be to situations, that could be to places. I get the sense that there might be some people around you that, not to say that they're bad people, your energy is just not in alignment with them anymore, Libra. Or you could be doing one thing thinking that it should work because the way that it's set up, that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be successful if you do it like this, but for some reason it's not working that way. So you might need to shift some things and try something different, try something new. But you can't bring the old ways, you can't bring what didn't work with you into this next chapter. So you've got to clean it up, you've got to figure some things out, okay? Next card that I have coming up in your spread is in the position of what's crossing you during this month, what is creating an obstacle for you, and you've actually got the wheel here. And I want to talk about the imagery on this card before I get into the message. Let me see if I can kick that to y'all without the glare. There we go. So if you look at the top of the card, you've got the goddess of goodness, which Nubi, I believe. And listen, I'm just getting into learning all these Egyptian symbolisms and divinity and deities and things. Y'all know I like to learn, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing these things right, so bear with me. If you know how to pronounce something that I done said wrong, tell me how to do it in the comments. Listen, I will not be offended. Nubi, the goddess of good, is finding her way to the top of the wheel. Meanwhile, Typhon, the goddess of evil, the wheel's turning and he's falling down headstrong. This is in your crossing position. So the wheel symbolizes, the cycles of life, things coming in as they're supposed to, coming out of things that were not serving you, out of bad things, out of, you're dropping the goddess of evil and you're coming into the goddess of goodness. So with the wheel, when it's upright, these are just the cycles of life. This is just you coming into something new, something positive. When it's turned, when it's crossing, you cleaning it up, Libra. What I really get there is that not to say that you don't want to be in these next chapters, and not to even say that you don't want to do the work. You don't want the emotions that come with the work. You don't want the stress that comes with the work. And we're not going to flex. We're not going to front. Nobody wants to do the work. Nobody wants the stress. Nobody wants the pain. Nobody wants the hurt. Nobody wants to go through the motions of the cycles of release because they don't feel good. And it is what it is. Nobody likes to go through major uncomfortable change because it makes you uncomfortable. So you don't have to feel bad about not wanting to do it. Nobody wants to do it. But what you have to do is do it. I always talk about turning these cards into upright positions. When the Wheel of Fortune comes in, that comes in with a message that says, baby, listen, whether you ready or not, shit's about to get different. It's about to get real different for you. And with the wheel, it says shit's about to get real popping, but it's in your crossing position. So there's something that you're doing, Libra, crossing to clean it up, that is stopping you from coming into these new cycles, into these new chapters. What are you not doing? What aren't you cleaning up? What cords of attachment do you still have to places, people, things, situations, energies that don't serve you, that your heart, mind, and spirit are not in alignment with, and you know you ain't in alignment with because you're air. Y'all be knowing. Y'all know things. Y'all are smart. So whatever that is, Libra, turn this into an upright position, acknowledge it, and understand that it might be a little heavy to do the work. It might be a little tough. You might have a lot of shit to clean up, and guess what? Don't we all? Be different. What I say, shit's about to get hella different. Be hella different and actually clean it up, actually do the work so that you can come into this goddess of goodness energy that's cycling up to the top of the wheel. You've got good popping things coming in, but there's some things that you got to figure out, okay? Moving into your next card, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. And typically I read this as one of my more positive cards, and I'm going to read it in two ways for you guys, but they go together. Okay, they go together. The Nine of Pentacles in this deck resonates with the energy of Atum or Adam. Again, a pronunciation, I don't know, I'm sorry, but it's this energy of caution and of proceeding with perspective. Now, peep what I said, the energy of caution, but proceeding with perspective. Be cautious, be mindful, don't be stupid, don't be out here willy-nilly going balls to the wall, being impulsive, doing shit you didn't think about, but proceed with perspective. Just because you're being careful as you're making moves doesn't mean that you have to make moves with tunnel vision. You might have your sight set on something, set on a way that you got to do it. However, while you're making those moves, keep your eyes peeled, keep your ears open, keep your third eye open for things and little pieces of knowledge and little pieces of information and messages from spirit and messages from the numbers and the animals and from people by way of conversation and by way of their actions that could possibly show you different and more effective ways to get to the money. This is a Pentacles card. Now I'm going to read it like how I like to read it. The Nine of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards. And for those of y'all that really watch my videos, if you picked rose quartz in the pick a card spread, oh, it's lit for you. That's all I'm going to say. Now, don't go watch the pick a card spread and pick rose quartz because I said it's lit for you. If you already watched that video and picked rose quartz and you are now here in this video seeing this Nine of Pentacles, this is the second time you're seeing it. What does that mean? You were so close. Okay? You were, listen, you are so close to bringing in all of the things that you've been longing for, that you've been manifesting, that you have been feeling like they're just not coming to you, that you may have even started to feel like giving up on. Libra babies, don't do it. Do not give up. It's coming. And, you know, in divine timing, I'm not a patient person, so I feel like a hypocrite when I tell people to be patient, but I am getting this message of, be patient, don't stress, because if you stress, you're actually going to mess up what's coming in for you. Things are getting ready to work out. Just continue doing what you do. This is a Pentacles card, so keep doing what you're doing out there by way of turning this Wheel of Fortune, the wheel card, into an upright position. Go clean it all up, because there are some things coming in. But like I said, keep your eyes open and your ears peeled so you can see and hear and learn more effective ways and learn more about what you're coming into. I get the sense that, Libra, your next step is not very clear. Your next space is not very clear. Your next chapter is not very clear. You just know you start a new one. And that's okay. We don't know everything, and we're not going to know everything. They say the best way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans, Libra. You ain't got to plan nothing right now. You just have to do the work to sustain, to keep yourself where you need to be. Make sure you're not falling off. Make sure you're not doing nothing crazy. Just keep your zen right and continue moving in a positive and effective way, and you'll start to see all these things play out. But just keep in mind that you're going to be learning during these times as well. Okay. Now, the last card that I have coming up for you, Libra, you got the Dormant card coming up in your soul message. And, you know, you're like, I know y'all are probably like, oh, yes, dormant. She been talking about cleaning. No, this don't mean stop that work. This card is more of a get back into alignment with yourself. When this card pops up in a reading, it comes with the message of your third eye is not open, your third eye is not closed, your third eye, your brow chakra is a little cloudy, and you need to do some work to realign with yourself, realign with your higher self, realign with spirit, your highest good. As you are cutting the cords, you're also doing work. When you have cords of attachment to things that you, or people or places that you don't need to be attached to, that energy clouds up your chakras. It clouds up your energetic wheels in your body, okay? Or within your spiritual self. Clouds that shit up to where things stop moving as they're supposed to, stop turning like they're supposed to. The energy stops pushing the way that it's supposed to. Where you're being clouded right now is in the space to where you need to follow your intuition. So things don't seem like they have any kind of endpoint, or you seem like you don't have a plan, because right now it's almost like you're incapable of making one because your intuition little light is a little dim. You need to go change that light bulb. And dormant, this is where you get to rest. You need to meditate, Libra. You need to be one with yourself, with God, with spirit, with nature. You need to do something to get yourself back together. So if that means take a trip, take a trip. If that means take a nap, take a nap. You know, if it means go take a hike, go take a hike. But you need to rest in regards to all of the energy that you're putting out. You still need to put energy into what you need to come into, but you need to take it out of what it doesn't need to be in. And that is where you need to rest, and that is where you need to regroup. And that is, once you find that balance and that perspective, and you start getting a grip on, you know, okay, this is where I'm going, but things might look a little different than I had planned, you'll start to be more accepting to turning this into an upright position. You'll effectively be cleaning it up, and you'll be able to open up your third eye. You are starting a new year, and I say this to all of the signs that have their birthdays when I'm doing these readings. You want to start your year the way you want to see it play out. You're planting the seeds right now, and it's okay if you went in a little toss. It's all right. It's 2020. We are living in a fucking science fiction movie right now. Like, I listen, and it's wild. So, like, it's okay. You're going into your new year a slightly tossed. It's all right. Understand that you will be able to get a grip on it, but understand that you've got to rest where you need to rest and work where you need to work, and you will find yourself where you need to be. Okay? And that's your message. That's your message for October. And actually, that's a really good reading because it brings in, you know, you get the real, but you also get, you know, things are going to be good. So if you feel like you want your own personal reading, I do offer birthday spreads. I have 2 different versions. One is it's a little more affordable. I'll keep it real with y'all. One is a little bit pricier. The other one is not as pricey. Obviously, the more pricey or the pricier one is a longer reading with a few more cards. But I do offer 2 different types. If you are interested in a birthday reading, feel free to book one with me through Etsy. Again, my Etsy shop is linked down below. If you got any questions or comments, link them. If you got any questions or comments, drop them down below. Hit me with a little thumbs up if you're still sitting here watching this video. You made it all the way through. Thank you. And subscribe so you can keep up with when I put out more free information for you guys. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Happy birthday. Peace.